Hello, my name is Lisa Leal and I'm going to present the Cold War. Well, the Cold War wasn't an armed conflict, but constituted a permanent thread of conflict between two blocs. Each of the blocs was organized through treaties of cooperation and military support. The Western Bloc integrated NATO was the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the Eastern Bloc was the Warsaw Pact. There was a strong arms escalation at both the Soviet Union and the United States, and the powers allied to both of the blocs accumulated nuclear weapons with the ability to destroy the entire planet. Well, Adam Smith was the one who proposed capitalism that is characterized by the presence of certain socioeconomic elements. If a significant number of them were absent, the system cannot consider as properly capitalism. In the other part, we have Count Henry de Saint-Simon, that was who proposed the socialism, which is a system of social and economic organization based on collective or state ownership and administration of the means of production and distribution of goods. The difference between powers were manifested in the direct and indirect participation in conflicts between other countries, especially in Asia and Africa. The balance between the superpowers was sustained in the mutual fear of the nuclear conflict that could cause uh, mutual destruction. The maximum moment of tension was the missile crisis in Cuba in 1960. For example, there were other conflicts like the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Yom Kippur War. And well, the causes of the main causes of the Cold War were the predominant is the predominant cause were that both the Soviet Union and the United States want to impose their ideologies throughout the world. Also, the Marshall Plan, which has the objective that the North Americans present economic resources at low interest rates, so the capitalism countries could resurface after the Second World War. That did not please the communism of Joseph Stalin. The consequences were the polarization of the world into two camps, the pro-communist and the anti-communist, also the accumulation of weapons in the satellite countries um, of the power that after the end of the Cold War were redirected to war movements and civil war. And some of the leaders were Joseph Stalin and Nikita Khrushchev, that were the leaders of the movement. Well, the term of Cold War, um, the first use of the term was to describe the geopolitical confrontation between Soviet Union and the post-war United States, was in a speech by Bernard Baruch. But also the term was popularized by columnist Walter Lippmann with his book Cold War.
Well, I'm gonna make some questions to my mom. Um, what's your name?
Mi nombre es Mariana Tuxpan Carrillo.
How old are you?
Tengo 52 años.
Um, what countries were the world leaders during this period?
Gran Bretaña y Francia.
And which countries have more participation during this conflict?
Unión Soviética y Estados Unidos.
Where did the World Cold War take place?
En Europa.
What type of weapons did the two world powers have at their disposal?
Armas nucleares.
What opinion did the general public have of the World War?
La Unión Soviética quería difundir su ideología comunista a todo el mundo y los americanos estaban en contra de ese sistema.
Thank you.
My conclusion is that the capitalist system defends economic freedom, consumer choice, and economic growth. On the other hand, the socialism, the states control the economy and is responsible for reducing social inequality through programs that benefit the poor.